So this is one opinion. The other opinion, which you will find mostly in most of the books of exegesis, that they are, common today. You will find only the second view, that these are all concerning the Psalm of Ramadan. This is the general view, the common view. But I agree with that view. And I have quoted Imam Razi rahimahullah. He has given that among the Sahaba also, among the Tabi'een, Mujahid, Ikramah, there were people who held this view, that the first two ayat are not related to the Psalm of Ramadan. They are related to that injunction of the Prophet ﷺ that he gave himself, that 3 Psalms, three days keeping fast every month. That was the first preliminary order regarding this. Now keep that thing in view and read the ayat. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. O you who profess to believe, O you who believe, or to be more exact, who profess to believe, who claim to believe in Allah and the Day of Judgment and resurrection and the institution of Wahi, who claim to believe in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who profess to believe in the Quran. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who profess to believe, kutiba alaykumus siyam. Kutiba, it has been written on you, kutiba alaykum. That is, it has been made mandatory on you. It is essential for you. Now it is first for you. It is essential for you. As-siyam. And siyam is actually, maybe that some people think that this is the psalm. It's not so. Psalm and siyam are both infinitive verbs, which we call in Urdu masdar. In Arabic, ismul fi'l. Psalm and siyam both mean the same. Keeping fast or fasting, the infinitive verb. Kutiba alaykumus siyam. Fasting has been made mandatory on you. Kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum. Just as it was made mandatory on those who were before you. And actually by these words, Quran refers to the Jews usually, the former Muslim Ummah. We are the present Muslim Ummah, Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Before this Ummah, the Jews, Bani Israel, they were the former Muslim Ummah. They were the people of the book. They had the book, the Torah, the commandments, the Sharia. So actually Ummah. We don't know any other Ummah. Maybe there are other Ummahs. Quran says that so many prophets were sent, about which there has been no mention has been made in the Quran. So we can't say. But maybe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent Rasul in other parts of the world. And maybe there were Ummahs. But we know for sure and for certain only 2 Ummahs. Ummah al-Muslimah, only 2. The former, that they were the followers of Moses alayhi salatu salam. People who had Torah. That is why in Surah Al-Baqarah we have 10 sections continuous addressed to them. Ya Bani Israel azkuru ni'mati allati an'amtu alaykum wa'ufu bi'ahdi ufi bi'ahdikum wa iyaya farhabun. Starting from the 5th section of Surah Al-Baqarah to the 15th continuous, address to the former Muslim Ummah. And actually, that former Muslim Ummah was deposed from that position. And then this Muslim Ummah was appointed as the representative of Allah on earth. And actually this Tahweelul Qibla, changing of the direction of the prayer, that was a symbol that now that Ummah has been deposed, whose spiritual center was Jerusalem. Now another Ummah has been raised, whose spiritual center is Makkah. And now this Ummah has taken the place of that former Ummah that is deposed, and this is appointed. And this is appointed for the whole of the rest of the history of this world, all the time to come before the doomsday. Now this Ummah is the representative of Allah on earth. Kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. Now this is very important. This is the wisdom. This is the purpose of this psalm. So we have to think deeply about this word tattaqun, so that now some people have translated it la'allakum tattaqun, so that you have the fear of Allah. La'allakum tattaqun, so that you become godly, you have holiness, you have godliness, you have piety. But if you look to this word, what's the root of this word? Waqa yaqi, what does it mean? To save someone. Waqina azab an-nar. Oh Allah, save us from the punishment of fire. Waqina azab an-nar. Waqa yaqi, waqayatan means to save someone from something. Now what is the ittaqa means? This is bab ifti'al. Iftiqa means to save yourself. Waqa yaqi means to save someone else. To save yourself from something. This is iftiqa or ittaqa. And this is what does it mean? You save yourself from what? Save yourself from the fire of hell. Save yourself from the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. From the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ma'adallah. You save yourself from going astray in this world. You save yourself from breaking the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. From breaking the injunctions of the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So actually, that is the literal sense. That is what the Arabs say, fiqhul lugha. The understanding, the deep understanding of the language. We must understand what is the root of this word. Waqa yaqi means to save someone else. Ittaqa yattaqi means to save yourself. Now save yourself from what? Save yourself from breaking the divine law here. Doing wrong deeds here. And save yourself from the wrath of Allah on the day of judgment. Save yourself from the punishment of hell in the life hereafter. Now you know this word, ittaqa. Now it is covering the whole attitude of a man in this world. When he believes in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there was a discussion once in the days of the caliphate of Umar radiallahu ta'ala in his Majlis Shura, in his consultative committee. There was a discussion. How can we define taqwa? Now everybody tried. This is the way we can describe taqwa. This is how I think that taqwa should be defined. Now, Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he said to Hazrat Ubay ibn Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala, he was one of the Ansar of Medina. And about him the Prophet had been reported to have said, وَأَقْرَأُهُمْ Ubay ibn Ka'b. Among my companions, the one who is most knowledgeable about Quran is Ubay ibn Ka'b. So Hazrat Umar addressed him, Ubay, you tell us what taqwa is. Then he described, oh, Amirul Mu'mineen, if you just imagine, if somebody has to go through a jungle, a wood, thick wood, there are all types of, thorny plantation, and a very long grass also. How careful he is to take every step, which we call in Urdu, pook kar kadam rakhna, to save himself. Maybe there is some snake, some other thing, maybe some other injurious thing might be here. And you have to save your clothes also, lest they are entangled in the thorns of the bushes. So you take every step, with extreme caution. This attitude in life is called taqwa. Because actually this is the journey which we are undertaking in this world. Our destination is akhirah. Kun fi dunya ka'annaka gharibun aw abiru sabil. The Prophet said to one of his companions, be in this world as if you are a stranger. Or you are just, you are undertaking a journey. You have to go somewhere. Now you should have the interest with this world only as much as a traveler has with the path or the road which he is traversing. Because he knows that this road or this path is not my home, it's not my place. I'm just treading over it. Destination, somewhere else. My home is somewhere else. My home and heart, somewhere else. I have to go there. So this journey you are undertaking in this jungle, in this wood, there are on all sides, there are thorny undergrowth also. There are injurious animals also. You have to save yourself from all these things. There are, from various directions, people, they will be attracting you towards something which is wrong, which is haram. Maybe your society is pressing you towards something which is forbidden according to the Sharia. You have to resist all these temptations as well as pressures and to go your own way towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala